This is the Joy at Work podcast, and I'm Lucia Knight. Here's this week's question from a listener.
I'm a partner in a U.S. law firm, and honestly, I'm bored to the back teeth. I don't give a hoot about the work I'm being paid well to deliver. Truth is, I've probably been bored for a decade. It seemed to start when I was promoted, leading bigger teams, sitting in more meetings, and using my brain less. My wife asked me recently if I'm depressed. I don't think I am, but the low mood I feel at work, it's starting to spill into everything else. Work is the problem. I just don't know how to start solving it.
First, you are not alone. About half the people I work with are in your shoes, smart, capable, and bored senseless. They've climbed the ladder that they first put their foot on. Many of them tripped and fell into that ladder in the first place. And because they are smart and they were able to work hard, they performed well and moved onwards and upwards. And if they work in corporations of any size, the way you climb the ladder, earn status and salary is often by leading teams. So they led teams. And yet they're flatlining. Why? Because at a certain altitude, something strange happens to smart people. They stop solving new problems and start managing people solving problems. And for some, leadership can be fulfilling if you're actually leading. Setting strategy, defining direction, creating change. Not spending 50 plus hours a week in a maze of KPI reviews, milestone chases, and political maneuvering. That is the gateway drug to extreme boredom and existential questioning. Of course, this isn't the same for every smart person I've ever worked with, but many tend to have a deep-seated, basic need for novelty. Their brains are designed for complexity and solving fresh, new challenges, not repeating the same mistakes in a different year. Not tweaking the average solution we implemented last time. And when that need for mental stimulation gets starved over years, numbness sets in. Things over time begin to feel emotionally flat. You try to silence the one emotion, skull-crushing boredom, but accidentally turn the volume down on all your emotions. You disconnect. You shut down a bit. You're performing, but the lights are dimmed. With long-term boredom, you struggle to remember what joy felt like at work. You might even start to question if you ever experienced it. Excitement about what others call a meaty new problem gets a minimal eyebrow reaction from you. And depending on a range of factors, it sometimes doesn't stop at mood. The stress from experiencing and living through chronic boredom for years can show up in your body. I've seen unexplained pain, headaches, immune weirdness. I've seen migraines that start the second someone opens their desktop. No joke. Now let's talk about why smart people stay. Well, the salary fairies keep dumping cash, medical, health care coverage, car allowances and bonuses into your lap. You're smart, sensible, responsible. You've maybe got a mortgage, maybe kids, and a healthy fear of looking like a lunatic who left a well-paid job just because they were bored. But here's what I really want you to hear. Long-term boredom is not low-level stress. It's high-grade chronic stress, just sneakily packaged in a beige folder named safety and security. And yes, your clever brain will find ways to stay intellectually alive and sparky. I see these a lot. Big athletic adventures like marathons or triathlons. Walking the Camino Trail or other such gigantic life trips that require intensive and deliciously distracting training. Goals like visiting every country on earth or building a YouTube channel about your sourdough fetish, because your brain needs a spark. And when work doesn't provide it, it'll find it somewhere, anywhere. So what do you do? Well, first, don't quit tomorrow. But do take this seriously. If we were working together in the Fierce Emporium, that's my career makeover program for midlife professionals, in week 1, this is how we'd start. We'd diagnose your boredom. In week 1, we'd do an exercise called the career sculpture, which looks at your entire career, and I'd show you how to map the moments when the boredom began, spiked, or faded. There are flavors of boredom, lots of them. Strategic boredom, interpersonal boredom, creativity boredom. You know your type. We'd understand your needs. Still in the first week, we'd discover the specific ingredients you need to feel enough satisfaction for you. Whatever it is that you need, we figure it out and measure how much you're getting right now. Spoiler alert, it's probably not enough. We'd spot the patterns. Once you see them, you cannot unsee them. These become the key to not repeating the patterns from the past in your future career design strategy. And that's only the first week. After that, I'd show you how to design a new career strategy that removes the boredom triggers and builds your days around work that actually excites the bejeebies out of you. That's when the fun begins. Look, of course, I'm not saying boredom always leads to illness and emotional burnout, but it can. And by the time most people come to me, they're already on that slope. So if you're hearing this and thinking this is me, do not wait. Take action today. In the show notes, I've included a free tool from the Never Too Old, Never Too Late community. It's called Get Clear on Your Kryptonite. I'll also include a link to a short podcast episode showing you a simple joy at work experiment that can be started and finished in about 10 minutes to get you thinking more expansively about what work might stop boredom in its tracks for you. And finally, if someone you know is quietly dealing with boredom at work, please share this episode with them. Not as a fix, but as a droplet of kindness. A "you're not alone" message in their inbox, because boring work is serious and smart people deserve better.